Fail to go live, it says here.
You sure it says live here?
Okay. Hello, and welcome to today's webinar. And before we get started, let me just say hi to Drew, our co-host. Drew, how are you, Drew?
I'm good, thank you, Terry. How are you?
Fantastic, and I really appreciate you joining me. Look, before we get going, I want to make sure everything's okay technically and everything. So first and foremost, can you just put your name in the chat box there so I know who's here and I can just say hello to you. And we're going to wait a while because I see people are still coming in as I'm talking, actually, Drew. So yeah, so first and foremost, if you just put your name in the chat box, that would be fantastic, and let me know who's there. That'd be great. So just type your name in. Hi, Michaela. Wow, coming through yet. Hi, Saram, Martin. Felicity, hi. Jerry, is that, I've got to ask, is that, sorry, is that the Jerry that I know really well? But just let me know if that's a Jerry that I know really well. Sorry, Jerry, if it is you, I don't know why I find that so funny. Sam, hi. Melanie, Mark, Gwen, Carmen,
Kelly,
hi, Randy, Fred, Sue,
Simon, Bav, Pierre.
Yep.
Awesome. They can all hear us.
Excellent. No, it's not that Jerry. Okay, that's great. Sorry, Jerry. I've got a very close friend called Jerry. For a minute, I thought it was him that was joining us on the call. Drew, there's somebody here that loves you, and it's Chris here from Nashville, Tennessee. Does that sound like a Nashville, Tennessee accent there, Drew? It's fantastic. So look, thank you ever so much. And yes, if you put your names in, that will be fantastic. So look, here's what we're going to be sharing with you today. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to give you literally a step-by-step process of how not just one search firm, but a number of search firms are generating and recruitment firms are generating business using LinkedIn. I want you to stay to the end though, because I've got some free gifts for you as well. So yeah, just hang on to the end because I've got some free gifts for you. So please stay to the end. But I'm literally going to share with you what some of the top search firms are doing that right now to generate you leads using LinkedIn. But before I go into that, let me just, for those that don't know me, I know a lot of people in here that know me and know me really well. Let me just explain who I am and why I may be worth looking to. As I said, my name's Terry Edwards, Renegade Recruiter. And for the last 13, 14 years, I've worked with recruitment and search firm owners from all over the world. And I have one mission in life, and that's to help recruitment and search firm owners generate more leads, make more placements, and increase their personal. That's my only agenda. And Drew and I have been doing that for a number of years now. Everything I'm about to share with you is what some of your competitors are doing right now. So, and the reason I say that to you, because I appreciate that some of this may seem a bit counterintuitive as we embark on this journey. And you may think something like this, yeah, but my business is different. I promise you it's not. This is working for your competitors, it will work for you. But hey, I also say this as well. Don't take my word for it. At the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity so you can go and test this for yourself. There's no risk whatsoever. So don't take my word for it. My opinion doesn't matter, but neither does yours. Just go and test what we're about to share with you. So I say I work with recruiters and search firms all over the world, and that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. I've written books on the subject. You may have seen some of my books. If you go to Amazon, I've got 3 books so far that I've written. I'm in the process of writing another book. So 7 Deadly Threats was my first book. The Sales Recipe was my next book, and my last book was LinkedIn Lead Rush, and all those books are available on Amazon. As I said, for some of you, I'm going to give you some of those books absolutely free at the end of this call. So please hang around for that. And I also speak at events. I know there's a few people on this actual call today who are from an event I spoke at 2 weeks ago in the Midlands in the UK. I've also spoken at big recruitment and search events in the States as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Let's just get into it. And just to let you know, because people always ask me this question as well, who is that guy, Drew, and what's he got to do with you? Well, Drew's my son, for those that always ask. Yep, so Drew's my son. I know what you're thinking. He could be my older brother, but no, in fact, he's my son, and it's Drew that's is the co-host today. So again, Drew, thank you ever so much. That's really appreciated.
It's okay.
So, LinkedIn, and why LinkedIn? Well, let's look at a few facts. I'm not going to kind of bore you with the stuff about it, but here's some things worth knowing. There are 433 million users on LinkedIn. Let me repeat, 433 million users. I think it's fair to say that the odd 1 or 2 may be potential clients of yours. 2 new users on LinkedIn every second. 106 unique visitors, 6 million, sorry, per month. LinkedIn, in my humble but often right opinion, is absolutely ideal for recruitment and search firm owners. It's almost like a platform that's been built for recruitment and search firm owners. And I guess that's why so many recruitment and search firm owners have enjoyed so much success with it. But here's some of the things that you're going to need before we kind of get started on this. First and foremost, this is kind of a no-brainer. You are going to need a LinkedIn account. Now, just to let you know, the LinkedIn, to actually join LinkedIn is free. And the question I often get asked at this point is, should I upgrade to the more and pay for a LinkedIn account? Well, look, here's the thing. The stuff that I'm going to share with you today, everything I'm going to share with you, you don't need a premium LinkedIn account. You don't need any of their other packages to get the best out of LinkedIn, just to let you know. Most of our clients have not got any of their paid accounts and generate a ton of leads from it, and you can too. So just let you know that one. The next thing you're going to want to know is what's called your LTV. And before you ask, no, LTV doesn't stand for some exotic skin disease. LTV stands for the lifetime value of a client. Let me explain. When you get a new client, typically, if you're any good or reasonable at what you do, that client will stay with you for a period of time. So let's say, just for the sake of my maths, your average placement value is, let's say, 10,000 of your local currency. And over the lifetime of that relationship, that client will give you, I don't know, you'll make 5 placements with that client. Well, then the lifetime value of that client is 50,000. So it's 5 multiplied by the number of placements you make with it. Now, it's well worth you doing some research and looking at what the average lifetime value is of a client. And a bit later on, I explain to you why that's really important. But it's really important that you have some idea of what your lifetime client. I was talking to a lady, must be about 2 or 3 days, Monday of this week. And when we had the conversation, it was kind of just an off-the-cuff remark. And she worked out that she's got one client that's worth to her, I think it's 480,000 Australian dollars. That was just one client. Now, admittedly, she's had that client for, I think it was 8 or 9 years. But that's not that unusual if you think about it. So it's well worth doing your research as to what your LTV is, the lifetime value of a client. The other thing that you're going to need is what we call an irresistible offer, or what we call a lead capture. And don't worry about it. At the end, I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm going to show you how you can get some of these. But you do need what we call a lead capture. Because look, there are 4 main reasons why a client won't buy from you. The first one is they have no need for what you do. If they have a need for what you do, they don't know you. Quite frankly, you're obscure to them. They don't have a need, don't know you, they don't like you, and don't trust you. And what we're going to share with you today is really how you can get a client to raise their hand and say, hey, I've got a need for what you do, how you get to know you, like you, and trust you. So much so that they want to buy from you almost more than you want to sell to them. Before going, let me just check in. If you've got any questions on what I've said so far, please feel free to ask any questions. Drew, any questions from your point of view?
Yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion on this, and I know something we sort of spoke about off air, but I'm sure you'll agree that most recruitment and search firm owners have a LinkedIn account. They probably have a team of consultants that all have LinkedIn accounts as well. Why is it that so many of them, I guess, really fail to use it to its full potential? I mean, you speak to a lot of these recruiters, and some of them have literally thousands of connections, but they fail to convert as many of those connections into leads. Why do you think that is?
I think that's a great question, by the way, Drew. And I think what it is, LinkedIn kind of, when you set up a LinkedIn account, it kind of forces you to set your LinkedIn profile up as a in the UK, we'd call it a CV. In the States, they call it a resume. So it's almost like, here's my career history, where I've worked before. And you're absolutely right, Drew. There are so many recruiters and search firms I speak to, and they will say things like, yeah, I've got 10,000, 50,000 connections on LinkedIn. And the question I always ask is, and how often do you communicate with your connections? And invariably they say, well, I never do. Well, quite frankly, Drew, that's like having a very expensive sports car on your drive, but never using it. Those connections are potential clients. And remember I said, clients won't buy from you if they don't have a need, know you, like you, and trust you. Well, you're not going to know any of that unless you communicate with them. So that tends to be the reason, kind of out of, I mean, it's the nicest way, but out of ignorance. If you've never been told any of this stuff, you're not going to know. So most of us, and by the way, I'm a former recruiter and I had a LinkedIn account for years, and I really used it. I really actually used it just for getting candidates. That's all I used it for. And it was a number of years before I realized I could actually use it for getting business. But it's not your fault. If this has never been shared with them, Drew, how are they to know? I mean, does that answer your question, Drew?
Yeah, it does. I mean, so to start from the beginning, then, if I'm a recruitment search firm owner now, listen to this. I agree with what you said, that most people who have a LinkedIn account, that they sort of use it as a CV or resume. And I mean, if you're a business owner, you really should be using it to get clients. So starting with the profile, what are some of the things that I can change on my LinkedIn profile to start seeing immediate increases in the amount of clients I'm able to attract?
Fantastic. Another great question. And by the way, just to go back to that, if you've got any questions as we go along, please feel free. So the first thing is the actual picture or the image of you. It's well worth getting a professional image, and I mean a professional image of you. I appreciate that you may have pets, you may want to show them to your potential clients. What we found is, by the way, everything I'm sharing with you is based on tests that we've done. The best performing LinkedIn profiles are those of a professional image of that individual. And by the way, an image of that individual, not your logo, as well. Again, we've tested all this. Some search firms, recruitment firms have a logo. What we found is you get less connections if it's a logo rather than if it's a picture of you.
Yeah.
The next one is the headline. In fact, I tell you what, Drew, you talk them through, because I realise as I'm talking, we're kind of losing the image. So just talk them through the picture, the headline, the URL, summary, experience, and the contact info, please, Drew.
Okay, so I mean, the first thing that you touched on there was having sort of a professional profile picture. And although to a lot of people listening to this, that might sound obvious, but again, you're still seeing a lot of people who either have no picture at all, or they're having a picture of their logo, or perhaps it's just a less professional picture. Again, your profile picture is often the first thing people see. If you can sort of compare a profile with a picture compared to one that doesn't have one, or doesn't have one of an actual human, the one with the picture of the human's going to get a lot more views and therefore attract a lot more clients. So your picture is very important. If you don't have a picture right now, then that's sort of the first thing you could do. And the next thing Terry mentioned there is your headline area, which is this area here, if you can see my screen, which I've highlighted here, which is usually where you would have what you see a lot of people do is they put their job title. So if it was Terry, you might say Managing Director of Drew Coaching. Now, along with your profile picture, your headline, again, is often the first thing people see. So again, you want to move away from using your profile as a CV. And so you don't want to have your job title. You want to very clearly show what you can do for your clients. So Terry here on his profile has got sharing with recruitment and search firm owners how to attract more clients, earn more money, and work fewer hours. So obviously his target market is recruitment and search firm owners. So the idea is that they read that and immediately want to find out more. If that just said Managing Director of Drew Coaching, for a lot of people that wouldn't mean anything. It wouldn't get them excited, even if they knew what Drew Coaching was as a company. It was not necessarily going to get them excited. So you need to be speaking to the needs of your potential clients. Terry, does that make sense?
Yeah, and just to add to that, what makes perfect sense. You put that well. Is that your profile is going to tell your potential client what's the problem you're going to solve for them. You saying that you're a managing director of a recruitment business doesn't do it. And just before we go on, just want to answer a question from Jane. And Jane's question is: should we be connecting with top HR managers or CEO or both? My answer to that, Jane, is that what we're going to share with you, by the way, is how to generate leads. So. But I want to say this, the techniques we're going to share with you can be used for getting candidates as well. Exactly the same, just to let you know. So to answer your question, you should be connecting with decision makers. So I don't know in your case, Jane, who the decision makers are, whether it is HR or CEO. And if it's both, then I'd say, yeah, by all means, connect with both. But you should be connecting with decision makers who can give you the business. This is what this is all about. So, and we're going to talk about growing your connections. But yeah, connect with decision makers who can give you business. I hope that answers your questions, Jane. If not, please feel free to come out. Drew, I'm going to pass the profile back to you as you've got the profile there. Just to let you talk it through.
Yes, I just want to show you a few examples of some headlines used by recruiters. So these are like old clients of of Terry's. So this is Karis Mills, based in the UK here. So rather than putting her job title, she's put connecting leading industry talent in healthcare communications with market leaders through executive search. So again, it's speaking to the needs of the people she is trying to attract. In contrast to that, so this again is a client of ours who hasn't changed it yet. So this is Alison Mulligan, and what she's done is what a lot of people do. They put their job title. So she's put operations manager at Maximus IT. So again, what you want to be doing is thinking about what are my clients interested in? What do they want to see here? And then speaking directly to their needs. So your headline area, again, so your profile picture is the first thing you need to change. Then your headline area needs to speak directly to the needs of your ideal client. Terry, does that make sense?
Perfect sense, yeah. So it's about, I'm repeating myself, I know, but it's about the problem that you'll solve for your potential client, because that's going to get their attention. And look, just remember this: your clients have no interest in you, your business, how long you've been in business, your mission statement, what your goals are. All they want is their problem solved, and you've got to be communicating that in your copy. So some great examples there. Thanks, Drew.
Awesome. The next thing that you can change on your profile is what we call the public URL, which is basically, it's a unique web address that your profile has. So if I highlight this on Terry's profile here, so his unique profile URL is uk.linkedin.com/in/renegade recruiter. Now, initially, when you first open your profile, that is usually that area there. So the /renegade recruiter, that's usually like a random sort of combination of numbers and maybe some of your name as well. So it's not attractive to the eye, but most importantly, it's not the most effective use of SEO as well. So you want to have something, again, that your clients are searching for. So Terry's got Renegade Recruiter. Again, if I look at this example here of Karis Mills' profile, so it's just put medical comms recruitment again, so it talks about what she does. Alison Mulligan, so Alison's got a name again, that's fine as well, so it says A Mulligan. And then another client here, Jim Newsom's got transport and infrastructure. So these are things that their clients are searching for. These are the sectors that they work in, and the reason for that is, so again, if I sort of go to Google and do a search for Terry Edwards, here's why it's so important. So people who look for Terry will either look for Terry Edwards or they'll look for the term Renegade Recruiter. So I've just searched Terry Edwards. Happens to be a musician from the UK with the same name as Terry. So the musicians are the top 3 results, but if you look at the 4th one down, it's actually Terry's LinkedIn profile. So that's with me searching Terry Edwards. Again, if I change that to Renegade Recruiter, and so the top one is Terry's website, next one is the podcast on iTunes, the 3rd one down this time is Terry's LinkedIn profile. So again, if your personalized URL is something that your clients are searching for, even when they're searching outside of LinkedIn, you can often come up very high up on the search. I mean, more of them of your profile, and they're going to be contacting you rather than your competitors. Terry, does that make sense?
Yeah, and I tell you what would help. Let's see if we can do this very quickly. Just type in the type of recruitment you do in the box then, and we can give you some examples, because this is really important. Some of your clients are searching for what you do on Google, and if you can get this right, as they search for it, they're going to find your LinkedIn profile on a Google search. Now, can you see the benefit of that to you? If they do a Google search, let's say for an IT recruiter in Google, and they find you. Fantastic, Drew. Thanks for that, Drew.
Good stuff. And then the next thing you want to change is your summary. Again, most people tend to waffle on about their past experience and talk about themselves. Again, the key thing here is talk about what your clients are looking for. What do they want? So again, Terry here's got attention, recruitment, search from owners. Would you like to discover the secrets for growing your recruitment business? Discover why your clients will never buy from you and what you can do about it. Discover the 7-step process for getting your clients to want to buy from you. So he's got a lot of benefits of his clients, and then it's driving them to this web page here. So he's saying copy and paste this link below and go to this website. So if I bring you up an example of what this website looks like, and on this website it's offering one of Terry's books for free. But again, just to sort of step back a step, what you really should be doing with LinkedIn, whether you're sort of new to this or you've got connections now, your main aim on LinkedIn should be to get your connections off LinkedIn and onto a platform you control. So off LinkedIn and onto a platform you control. So I'm talking about you want to be getting their phone number, their email address, onto your own CRM, onto your own database. Because LinkedIn, as good as it is, as much as I like it, they could change at any moment. At the flick of a switch, they can make a decision that actually we're going to close your account, or actually we're going to remove the ability to send messages to your connections, or actually we're going to they can make restrictions anywhere they want, and they're perfectly entitled to do so because it's their business. So before they do, or to avoid them doing it, you want to get your connections off LinkedIn and onto a platform that you control. Terry, does that make sense?
Yeah, really good point there. Because thanks for bringing that up and reminding me of that. If you keep everything on LinkedIn, you've got absolutely no control of that whatsoever, and LinkedIn can kick you off at any time. So thanks for reminding me of that. And Stacey has just asked a question, or just shared with us that she's a construction recruiter. And what I just asked Stacey was whether she's based in the UK or USA. But let me answer the question now, Stacey. So let's say that you're based in the USA as an example. So if you put construction recruitment as an example, USA, as part of your personalized URL, then people searching for construction recruiters in the USA, your name will come up. Now, I want to be absolutely clear here. You are based in the USA. Thanks for that, Stacey. Once you've got that URL, nobody else can have it. So you need to kind of move pretty quickly on this, because somebody else has already got that URL. Tough luck. You can't use it. It's a unique URL. So me just sharing that with you, please, at the end of this call, go and do some research as to what people are searching for, and change your URL accordingly. But I hope that answers your question, Stacey. So, Drew, you've been brilliant there. You've talked about the picture, you looked at the headline, you looked at the public URL, you've looked at the summary, you looked at have you covered experience. Here's the thing that always makes me smile: the amount of recruiters that do not have their contact detail on their bloody LinkedIn profile. So here's what you're doing: you're reaching out to potential clients and candidates. So you're saying things like, hey, give me a call. I've got this great opportunity for you. They go back to your profile and you haven't got your website on there. You haven't got your telephone number on. Are you kidding me? Think about it from the client's or the candidate's point of view. If they can't get hold of you, and if you're thinking, well, they can do some research, they won't. Most of them won't. So it's really important that you add your contact info in your LinkedIn profile. Think about it. If you're going to use this for getting business, you've got to make it as easy as possible for them to reach out to you. And Drew, a couple of people have asked about how you change your. Can you just quickly show people, just if you go to my profile, how to edit the URL, please?
Yeah. So you just go, obviously, log on to your LinkedIn account, hover over profile, click edit profile, and you'll come to. So it'll be your own profile here. So just underneath your profile picture, there'll be the section where your public URL is. If you hover over that, there becomes like a bolt icon here. So if you click that, then you're brought to this page, and then your public URL is here on the right-hand side. So if I click the sort of the pencil icon there, I can then change it to whatever I want. Right. So again, you change it if it's available. So obviously, if someone else has sort of got there first, then you can't change it to what you want. You have to come up with a new idea. But you can change it to whatever you want. Then you hit save. And obviously, I'm not going to do it now, but you can hit save, and then there you go. That's your personalized URL that only you've got and your competitors can't use. Does that make sense, Terry?
Yeah, that's fantastic. So just to repeat that, you simply go to edit, and then you just go to URL, and you've got the option there. Again, so people have asked, you got it, fantastic. Yeah, we've answered that question. What we're sharing with you is really about getting clients. So we're going to encourage you to do everything you possibly can to get clients, because here's what we know: if you can get the client engaged and it's the client that's going to pay you the retainer. We would encourage all of you, by the way, to work on retainers, but it's a client that will pay you the retainer rather than the candidates. But I want to repeat: if you're after candidates, you can use these exact same techniques if you're after candidates as well.
Yeah, and by the way, just to add, what we're sharing with you, though, sort of just scraping the surface here. If you've got a team of consultants, you should be getting them to do the exact same thing. Like they should be doing that same thing. They should have a headline that talks about the benefit to the client. They should be doing that same thing that we're talking about here, not just you as the owner of the business. Everyone in your team, even sort of your PA, everyone in your team should be representing the company in the same way and using LinkedIn for client attraction.
Yeah, and just on that, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to move on because we've got so much information we want to give you. So I hope that's answered the question. So the picture, the headline, the public URL, the summary, the experience. Add your contact details. Make it possible for your clients to get onto you.
Again, just to show you how this becomes so powerful. So if you look at this again on Karis Smith's profile here, if I clicked on that contact info, it brings it all up here. What Karis has done, which is pretty cool, something that you can do as well. So someone asked, should I be targeting my LinkedIn profile to clients or candidates? Karis has done both, right? So if you can read this here, it says clients, click here, and it says candidates, click here. So if I'm a client and I come to this page, I know exactly what to do. And if I click on this link, I'll open a new tab. Again, it's bringing me to what we call an irresistible offer, what Terry mentioned earlier. So Karis is offering a free ebook. So if I click here to get that, and she's trying to get my first name, last name, and email address, because Karis knows that anyone that fills out this information, that's them raising the hand and saying yes, they're interested in hiring in this particular area. So
can you see the power in that now? You're now generating leads in your sleep. You change your URL, somebody's gone to Google and looked for you, they found you. You then said to them, I've got this free report here. Sorry, Drew, can you just go back to Karis's report? I can't remember what it's called now. Drew?
Yeah, what?
So what was Karis's report called?
Oh,
yeah.
Not to do when hiring healthcare, communication, and pharmaceuticals professionals.
Great. Can you see the power of that? Karis will generate leads in their sleep. People, while she's sleeping, over the weekend, people will go to her profile, and I promise you'll generate leads just by doing that. Why wouldn't you do it? There's no risk. Here's the worst that can happen if you don't do, if you do it. Nobody does it. No, you don't get any leads. That's the worst that can happen. But I can tell you this, if you don't do anything, you definitely won't get any leads. So that's just one method. Look, by the way, just very quickly, there are over 150 different ways that you as a recruiter can generate leads. Over 150. And we're kind of just going to show you, I don't know, 10 or 12 very quick ways that you can generate leads. The other one is groups. There are 2 million groups on LinkedIn. And as a member of LinkedIn, you are allowed to join 100 groups. Again, please do this after this call. Go and join groups on LinkedIn where your clients are members. Because once you sorry, show my profile. Sorry, what? No, you carry on because you're showing the image. I was going to say you carry on talking about the groups.
That's right. You go.
Okay. So once you're a member of a group, you can then post discussions in there. Remember, clients won't buy from you if they don't have a need, know you, like you, or trust you. Keep saying that to yourself. So imagine that you would do this. Michaela, I'm going to use you as an example. I know that you operate within HR. So if you were to join 100 groups on LinkedIn where HR professionals are members, you can post discussions on there. And by the way, be clear here. Post discussions that give value. Don't sell how great your services are, but give as much value as possible. At the end of this discussion, have a lead magnet or a client magnet. So here's an example of one of our clients, what she did. She posted something like, get this right, she recruited IT software salespeople. So here was her discussion in 100 groups. Lance Armstrong is a liar and a cheat. And she went on to talk about how Lance Armstrong admitted that he lied and cheated his way to the top of the cycling world. And she said that a recent studies found that 25% of candidates will exaggerate the truth on their CV/resumes. 25%. And a staggering 9% of candidates will exaggerate the truth in an interview. Look, if you're thinking of recruiting an IT software salesperson anytime soon, you must get this report. It's called The Big Fat Lie. Think about what she's done there. She hasn't talked about how great she is at recruitment and how great her company is. She's offering a solution to their problem. Just to let you know, she got 97 leads in 4 days just by doing that, simply by posting it in groups. Some of the groups, you can have hundreds of thousands of members in. Some groups only have a couple of thousand in. you should also have your own group. If you're not a member of my group, please go and join my group immediately. But once you've got your own group, you can create your own community. One of the things you can do in your own group is you can post discussions, post out, what's the correct term, Josh? I've had a mental block here.
Sorry, you can send an announcement. So you can send an email to all the members of your groups.
That's right. So you can send an announcement. So think about it. Every week you can send an announcement to the members of your group. And let's say, Michaela, I'm going to use you again. You recruit in HR, and you recruit HR professionals, and you have a group on LinkedIn, and you're posting out announcements on a regular basis. One of the things it does, by the way, if you're to call any of those members in that group on the phone and give your name, they will know exactly who you are. See, one of the problems that recruiters got at the moment is they make these cold calls to complete strangers, and these clients are going, I don't even know who you are. You're kidding me. There's no way I'm going to engage you. There's no way I'm going to spend hundreds of thousands with you with a complete stranger. You completely eliminated that problem by setting up your own groups.
Terry,
can you just give us some examples, please, Drew, very, very quickly?
Well, yeah, just firstly, I wanted to say that, so most recruitment and search managers listen to this, they're probably fully aware that you can join groups. What you tend to see people do, though, is they join groups aimed at them. So if you're a recruitment or search firm owner, you join other groups aimed at recruitment and search firm owners. You join groups aimed at you and your peers. Although, yes, it's good to network with people in the industry, actually, if you want to use your LinkedIn profile for lead generation, you want to be joining the groups that are aimed at your potential clients. So if you work in HR, you want to be joining groups that are aimed at HR. If you work in construction, you want to be joining groups that are aimed at construction. If you work in IT, and like, you get the picture. You join groups that are aimed at your target audience, not groups that are aimed at you. So that's the first thing. Second thing, even if you're doing that, you may be in some groups at the moment. But are you in 100? You can join 100 groups. You want to be joining as many groups as you can that are aimed at your target audience. And the third thing is, even if you know about groups and you're in 100 groups aimed at your target audience, are your consultants doing it as well? Okay. If they're not, then you're leaving money on the table. Or if you're not, you're leaving money on the table.
Awesome. So you got a team, let's say, of 3 other consultants and maybe a admin support. So what that means is you can join, between the 4 of you, 400 groups. Just think about that for a minute. You can join 400 groups and get your message out to 400 groups on LinkedIn. Right, I'm going to share with you now something it's called the 3-step process. I promise you, if you do this today, in fact, you start this today. Today is Wednesday. By next week, you can start getting some leads in. So this is the 3-step process. Please make note. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this to start getting at least 4 or 5 leads a week, every single week, without making a single cold call.
Terry, before you do that, can I just realize we haven't sort of checked in to make sure it makes sense. If this is making sense so far, can you just type yes in the chat box so we know that we're not moving too quickly, or we're not? We're sort of all on the same pages. Can you just try yes in the chat box if you found it useful so far and it's all making sense, just so we know?
That's a good point, Drew. Yeah. Kelly, thank you. Chris, such a yeah. Gwen, excellent. Pam, excellent. Jane, thank you. Viv,
brilliant. Again, if it's not making sense and you have any questions, you need to say and speak up. Otherwise, we can't help you. But yeah, for everyone that's saying it's making sense and find it useful, brilliant.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks for that. So, brilliant. Cooper, Mario, Bab, Felicity, Randy. Viv. Hi, Viv. Hi, by the way. I think we're speaking soon. Great to be here. Seema, Gerard, fantastic, excellent. So I want to show you now the 3-step process, and at the end, I'm going to give you, so again, stay to the end because I'll give you the template and everything at the very end, so you can go and implement this into your business. I'm going to repeat myself though. 4 reasons why a client won't buy from you. They don't have a need for what you do. They don't know you, so you're kind of obscure to them. They don't have a need, don't know you, don't like you, or don't trust you. Let me show you a way of overcoming that. Step 1, as from today, start to connect with decision makers on LinkedIn. Literally, just ask to connect with decision makers. You don't even have to personalize the message, but you should be connecting with decision makers on LinkedIn on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So every day, grow your connections on LinkedIn with decision makers. See, simply doing that, your decision makers are going to know who you are. Think about it. There's no cost, there's no risk. Now, sure, some people you're going to have to connect with and they won't connect with you. Get over it. It doesn't matter. Some people will connect with you, and that's all you want. And here's another reason why. When you connect with, when you're a first connection with somebody, when Drew was showing you my profile and you're a first connection, if you click on the contact info button, you get their contact information. You get their email address. You get their telephone number if I put it there. You get their office address. Another reason to be connected with them. So that's step one. Step two, after the, oh, sorry, let me stay on step one. A quick way of doing it on step one, sorry, and connecting, my apologies, very quickly, is use a smart device such as your iPhone, your Kindle, or whatever. The reason being, you can get a LinkedIn app, and then to connect with people, you literally just hit a button, and it's really easy. So some of our clients are growing their connections by 40, 50 a day. Think about that. They're growing their connections with decision makers by 40 or 50 a day simply by hitting a button. That's step one. Step two, those people that do connect with you, go back to them and thank them for the connection. Simply say, hey, Jane, thanks for connecting with me. Now, again, stay to the end. I'm going to give you the actual template that you use and how you thank them. See, simply by doing that, you're going to stand above the crowd. See, most of their new connections, most of your clients' new connections, they just connect, and that's the end of the conversation. But now you're going to thank them for the connection. That's step two. Step three, you're going to send them a message after you've thanked them. So, Chris, let me use your example. And I'm going to, hopefully, Chris, this will answer your question about how you connect, how you engage with a new connection. Step one, you connect. Step two, you thank them for connection. Step three, Chris, you and I connect. I'm going to come back to you, Chris. I'm going to say, hey, Chris, we recently connected on LinkedIn. I want you to know that I'm here to help you in any way that I can. Chris, I've put together a report. It's called 7 Questions That You Must Ask a Recruiter Before You Engage Them. If you're thinking of using a recruiter anytime soon, Chris, it would be well worth you getting this book. Please note there's no cost, there's no obligation. I'm going to send that message to all my new connections every single week. Now think about it. If Chris is thinking of using an Engage firm anytime soon, he's thinking, this guy's giving me a free report. I know that Chris has a need for engaging a recruiter. I know that Chris has a need. Think about that again. There's no cost in doing that. There's no risk in doing it. It's called the 3-step process. At the end of the call, I'm going to give you all the templates and everything. So you actually put that into place straight away.
Yeah.
Again, this is online. This is online marketing. This is digital marketing. This is years ago, many years ago, 20 years ago. I used to go to networking events to do all this. Now I sit from the comfort of my own office to do this, and it works. And it works for your competitors.
Terry, just to cut in again. So if you listen to this, so a lot of people know about building connections and do it quite regularly. The problem that we had, and we noticed our clients were having, is that because so many people are doing this now, it's so hard to stand out. I mean, again, if you go sort of five years ago or so, even a bit longer, you were able to connect with someone, and just because you've done that first step, you were immediately top of their mind. You were immediately going to be the person they think of when they think about buying your service. But right now, the market's in a place where everyone's doing this. Everyone's connecting with your potential clients. Your competitors are doing the same what you're doing, connecting with your potential clients. So what we're saying is, one, step up the volume, so do it more often. But two, what we want to make sure is that when we connect with a client, they actually know who we are and remember. So again, if you're anything like me, Terry, you see these connections come in and you accept them, and you don't really think anything else of it apart from that, right? They sort of go out of your mind. I've accepted people today, I can't remember their names, right? So to avoid that, what we're saying is, as soon as your connection gets accepted, we send them a message. And again, Terry will give you the exact templates at the end of the call, show you how to get the exact templates. But the message is along the lines of, thanks for connecting. Let me know if you need anything. My network is your network. Thanks, Terry. And there's no more than that. You're just saying thanks for connecting. So all of a sudden, let's say they had 10 people connect with them that day. You're one of them. Right now, you're the only one they're going to remember, because you're the one that's reached out and said a nice, polite message saying thanks for connecting, right? So they know exactly who they are. About a week later or 4 or 5 days later, we send them another message. Okay, so sorry, just to go back a step. At that stage, when you say thank you, a lot of people get back to you anyway and say, yeah, thanks for connecting. really looking forward to find out more about what you do. And you've already started that first conversation. But for all of them, even the ones that don't, a week later, 5 days later, whenever it is, send them another message saying, hey, thought you might be interested in this. And again, the script that Terry used there, you send them another message saying that, and we'll give you the exact template to do. What you'll find then, you're turning your connections into leads. You're getting them off LinkedIn and onto a platform that you control, as we mentioned earlier. So again, if this is making sense, can you just put yes in the chat box just to make sure we've explained this clearly? If it's not making sense, again, let us know so we can go over it again. But if you get what I've just said there about turning your LinkedIn connections into leads and then obviously long-term clients, can you just type yes in the chat box just so we know we're on the same page?
Excellent, excellent. And see, all this is this marketing. It's turning. There's a great saying, isn't it? Turning strangers into friends and friends into clients. And that's what we're doing exactly here. You're going to turn complete strangers into friends. So they know who you are, and eventually into clients. Drew, I'm going to go on, but can you? There's a couple of questions that people have asked, but I want to give as much value as possible. So I'm going to go on. But if you can kind of go back to the questions, I really do want to. I want this to end, and they've got loads and loads of stuff that they can do and start getting some of these in as quickly as possible. So next thing I'm going to cover is something called LinkedIn pay-per-click, and just very quickly, just share a story with you that I may have shared an email. I remember years ago going along to an event, and the presenter, a marketing guy, asked for somebody out of the audience, and he asked for somebody out of the audience, and he then asked them for £20. And they gave this particular person £20, and the presenter then gave him back £100. And he said, give me another £20. So he gave him another £20, and the presenter gave him another £100. And then the presenter said this: if every time you give me £20, I give you £100, when would you stop giving me £20? And of course the chap said, well, I'd never stop. Now, the point I'm making is that explanation to me was a massive breakthrough, because I kind of got it then. And here's the point. What you're doing with LinkedIn pay-per-click, you're going to pay for leads. So example, and I'll show you how it works in a minute. But very quickly, you can put an ad on LinkedIn, and Drew's going to show you some examples in a moment, and you can aim your ad at your specific market. So again, let's use Stacey, who recruits in the construction sector. So she may target maybe HR and maybe MDs within the construction sector. So Stacey, you can put an ad on LinkedIn for only those individuals to see your ad, and only those individuals can see your ad. But if they see your ad, Stacey, and they have no interest whatsoever, don't worry about it, because it's free to display your ad. That's right, it's free. But if they're interested, they click on your ad. Then you're going to pay LinkedIn. Now, I don't know exactly how much you're going to pay them, but let's say for the sake of this conversation, you're going to pay, let's say, 40 of your local currency, $40 or £40. You're now thinking, well, I'm not sure if it's going to work. And it's like, I get that. So let's test it like everything else. So you test it for a period of time. You spend, I don't know, you get 50 leads, and you spend 2,000 of your local currency. But you've now got 50 leads from 50 clients who you know are looking for what you're offering. Now, of those 50 leads, for whatever reason, you only convert 2 of them into £10,000 retainers. So that's 20,000. So you've spent 2,000. Already you've got back 20,000. Earlier, we talked about your LTV, the lifetime value of a client. So in fact, although that client may have spent 10,000 with you, they may spend 50,000 with you over the lifetime. But think about it. You spent 2,000 to get 50 leads. You've already got 10,000 back, and you're probably going to get a lot more back. Does that make sense? You're going to make an investment to get business. You're going to pay to get leads. You may pay 40, 50 of your local currency to get leads. And I've been really conservative and said that, most of those leads you're never going to convert. I would be disappointed in that, but you kind of get it. Drew, can you just give them an example of some pay-per-click and add to anything that I've said so far, please?
Yeah, so again, I'm just on my LinkedIn profile here. Just want to show you some ads. So basically, for those of you that are familiar with the advanced search you can do on LinkedIn, so let's say you're searching for a client or a candidate, you use the advanced search feature. LinkedIn ads is effectively, you can use the same targeting system that you use on advanced search to show your adverts to those people who match whatever criteria you set. So if it's clients you're looking for, you would tell LinkedIn, I want to show my ad to these people, and I want to sort of target the ones who are interested in recruitment. So I'm just on Terry's profile here. In his news, there's a newsfeed ad here. If I highlight it, it's from Dan Wood. There's an ad there. Can you see that, Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also on the right-hand side here, there's ads here as well. So these are the ads that are being displayed to me. So just to explain, this is so everything else we showed you can do for free, right? This is the only time where it's, well, say free. The only previously everything else we showed you, the only investment is time. This is an investment of money rather than time. So that's the only difference. But you only pay when someone responds to your ad. You only pay when someone says, yes, I am interested, and goes to the next stage. So right now, these ads being displayed to me, there's no charge for that to be displayed to me. As soon as I click on the ad, that's when the company is charged. But again, just to explain, all effective marketing is buying clients at a profit, buying customers at a profit. So once you know the lifetime value of your ideal client, you can then decide how much you're willing to spend to get one, how much you're willing to invest to get one. So Terry used the example there of the sort of, for every £20 you spent, you got 100 back. That's the way you need to be looking at your marketing. It's something that we talk about a lot to people that are familiar with us, but again, it's something that we can't hammer home enough. Once you get that concept, you can effectively print money. If you know that every client is worth to you £20,000, and actually you need to spend £2,000 in marketing and advertising to get one client, again, when would you stop doing that? You'll just keep regurgitating the same material, getting the clients in, you're buying customers at a profit. Terry, does that make sense?
Perfect.
Hey guys, I can see the question coming in. Keep them coming in. We're going to answer them at the end. So don't stop asking. I can see them coming in. I've made a note. We will get to them at the end. I just want to make sure we get through the content for those people that sort of want to get sort of the core content.
Yeah. So what we've done here very quickly, I know we've kind of sped through, but honestly, I want you to give as much value as possible and just share with you some of the potential that you can do on LinkedIn. But I appreciate that we've scratched the surface, and that's all we've done. So look, I just want to ask you a question. If I could give you something, some templates, some books, and some material, and you could have all this for free, would you be interested? If you are interested, just let me know, and then I'll show you exactly this. So if you want, if you would want all this education, I guess, for want of a better word, but you can have it for free. If you could have a free book, if you could have a free templates to generate leads, if you could have a audio program for you to generate leads, just let me know, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And I promise I'm going to show you how to do it.
So again, just type yes in the chat box and to let me know. Type yes in the chat box if you want to get your hands on. So again, we've talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of materials here. We're just scraping the surface. So if you want the exact templates, the exact programs that our clients have paid thousands for in the past, if you want to get your hands on that for free, then just let us know and we'll show you how to get it.
So as you're doing that, here's the thing. I'm going to send you over about £589 worth of brand new training programs that's been designed exclusively for recruitment and search firm owners who want to generate more leads, make more sales, and add profits to their business. You can have it all for free. And we'll take all, when you have it all for free when you take the Recruitment Marketing Academy for 30 days. And I will explain to you in a moment exactly what that is. But first of all, what you're going to get is you're going to get a 7-figure recruitment and search firm secrets. Now, this training will give you the foundations you need to create a 7-figure recruitment and search firm with less work and few headaches. There's no fluff or BS with this, just rock solid framework that you can follow to create a solid business network. Here's some things you're going to discover. You're going to discover why most recruitment and search firm owners never make the 7-figure and exactly what you can do about it. You're going to discover how to come up with your biggest roadblock that's stopping you from getting to the next level. We're going to share with you a zero-risk strategy to scale your business in any economic climate without relying on outside investors, cold calling, or tight-fisted banks, and so much more. We're going to go through the exact formulas so you can follow to scale your business again and again and again. You're also going to get something called the Essential Internet Marketing 2.0 for recruitment and search firm owners. Now, as you're probably well aware, internet marketing, the ability to generate leads online, is a fundamental skill that you need to master if you want to grow your recruitment business. The problem is, if you've never been shown before, you're not going to know. We're going to give you the essential marketing for recruitment and search firm owners. So you're going to get the exact formula. You're going to get why your website is going to waste. And I can say this quite confidently, that most recruitment and search firm websites are going to waste and cost you hundreds of thousands in lost sales. We're going to share with you the 5 words that you'll use on your website that's actually repelling your clients and candidates. You're going to get all this free. You're going to get the workbook and everything free. You'll also get something called market domination, which is premium pricing for recruitment and search firm owners. Have you ever wondered why some search firm owners can charge a lot more than you and get more business for you? There's something that's going on there, and we're going to share with you how your fees, your low fees, by the way, could be damaging your business, and exactly what to do about it, and so much more. We're going to give you I'm kind of going through this really quickly, but critically, you're going to become a member of the Recruitment Marketing Academy.
Just to check in, you haven't mentioned the LinkedIn stuff they're getting for free as well. So the LinkedIn.
Oh, crikey, yeah. In fact, I tell you what, Drew, show them the slide. That's probably the best idea.
Is it on the screen now?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to give you, so as well as what Terry's mentioned there, you're going to get a free copy of Terry's LinkedIn Lead Rush, the Recruiter's LinkedIn Lead Rush book, again, which goes into, obviously we've had sort of an hour, 40 minutes together today. So we've gone through things really quickly. Thank you for those of you who said that you've enjoyed it, but I mean, please understand that we have just scraped the surface with this. So we're going to give you the book. So we'll send that to you in the post, the book. We're also going to give you access to the what we call the LinkedIn Mastery video training. So it usually sells for £147. We're going to give you downloadable access to that for free, so you can get online access. You also can get a copy of the LinkedIn Lead Rush audio training for free as well. So these are both downloadable files that you can listen to and watch instantly. Again, given sort of the 4 gifts that Terry mentioned as well, and we're giving you all of these for free when you join the Recruitment Marketing Academy. And when you take the Recruitment Marketing Academy for a 30-day free test drive. So you're getting all of this for free, right? So if you've enjoyed what we spoke about today, so those of you who said, yes, you want to sort of get all this for free, right? If you enjoyed what we spoke about today, then the LinkedIn Lead Rush book, the LinkedIn Mastery, and the LinkedIn Lead Rush audio will give you all the templates in more detail. So we're going into a lot more detail of some of the things that you can be doing on LinkedIn to turn your connections into clients. So you get all that when you take the Recruitment Marketing Academy for a 30-day risk-free test drive. Just to explain what you get in the Recruitment Marketing Academy, basically it's a monthly program. So usually people pay £97 per month, but we're letting you try it out for a month for free. You get a 12-page paper and ink monthly newsletter through the post every month. You get access to a live monthly coaching call. So similar to this, except for it won't just be on LinkedIn. We'll cover different topics as well. You get access to the Recruitment Marketing Academy members area. That's where you'll find the sort of the programs that we mentioned ready to download and use today. And you're also going to get access to the Recruitment Marketing Academy VIP discussion forum where you can ask questions to Terry. So anything on LinkedIn, you can ask Terry directly, and all the members in the group as well. And you also get free marketing critiques as well. So if you've anything that you've sent out, anything that you're going to send out, any marketing you're going to send out, then you can get them critiqued before you send it out to make sure you get the absolute maximum results. Again, if you've already joined the Recruitment Marketing Academy, you're getting all these free gifts. They're already downloadable in the members area. So the LinkedIn Lead Rush is downloadable in the members area, and also the other programs mentioned as well. But if you're not already a member, then all we ask from you is that you cover the cost of shipping and handling for us to send you these free gifts. So again, we'll send you the free gift in the post. All you need to do is go to www.drewcoaching.com/RMA, and it's £12 shipping, delivery anywhere in the world, and we'll send you these gifts in the post. And again, you get 30 days free access to the Recruitment Marketing Academy. You can cancel anytime you want. There's no long-term commitment. So even if you decide not to stay after the 30-day period, you can cancel anytime you want. You also get a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. So all we're asking from you today is to try it out. If you don't think it's for you, you don't think it's going to help your recruitment or search business generate more leads and attract more clients, then you have to do is let us know, and we'll cancel it and immediately refund what you've paid for shipping and handling as well. So you just go to drewcoaching.com/RMA. Is there anything you want to add to that before we get to some of the questions?
Yeah, you're going to get all this free because people. Let me a couple of things. Sorry. Can you ask the questions in the forum rather than email? And yes, I promise you it's free. You're simply going to pay for the postage. And people saying this is too good to be true. But we want to help you, and we know that you're saying, well, I don't know yet. So we're saying, look, don't make a decision now. Simply pay for the postage and get it. And if you're not happy with it, we'll give all your money back. And then as Drew said, it's £97 a month thereafter. And we'll send it out to you. And I tell you what, Drew, if you can answer some questions, because a few questions come in.
So those of you joining already, everything's on its way to you. So it's in the process as we speak. So again, a question came in. This is relating back to the 3-step process, Terry. And someone said, what sort of success rate can you expect from the 3-step process?
Yeah, and I get asked that all the time. The answer to that question, it's really dependent on the quality of the leads. One of the biggest mistakes that a lot of recruiters make is they grow their connections with candidates, and then when they offer the free book, if you're thinking of engaging the recruiter, the candidates or potential candidates are not interested. So in answer to your question, it really depends on the quality of the people that you're connecting with. And if you're connecting with good quality people, the response is anything between sort of 2 and 10%. So 2 to 10% of the people that you connect with will request the free book. It really is as simple as that. And also, I want to say this applies to any marketing. Most of your marketing, most of your sales will be ignored. Let's be absolutely clear about it. Most of it will be ignored. And you kind of got to get your head around and go, okay, so most of it will be ignored. So you're going to do a pay-per-click campaign. I can promise you now, hundreds of thousands of people are going to see your ad, but the majority will ignore it. But from your point of view, you're getting 50, 100 leads a month. You're thinking, that's all I need. You do the 3-step process, you're only getting, let's say, 3% of people opting in. So that's, to you, I don't know, 10, 12, 20 leads a month. That's 10, 12 people who are interested in engaging a search firm. I hope that answers that question, Drew.
Yeah, I mean, again, just to add to that as well, that I mean, a lot of the time, the biggest problem for recruitment and search firm owners isn't that clients aren't buying, it's just that they don't know you exist. You're obscure almost. So again, if you're in the right market, at some point or another, your ideal clients will need to hire a recruiter. Well, they just will. So your biggest goal or your biggest challenge is to make sure that you're there, you're the forefront of their mind when they're ready to buy. So using the 3-step process again, so you get the templates, they're downloadable right now inside the members area of the Recruitment Marketing Academy. For those of you asking, using templates and make sure they at least know who you are. So even the ones that don't respond straight away, they at least know you exist. So when they are ready to buy a service that you offer, then you're going to be the first person that they think of. Second of all, once you start the dialogue, everything else becomes so much easier. You can send them more than one message, or if you want, like this isn't 3 steps and you stop. You can send them another message in a month's time. You can follow up with a phone call, and I recommend that you do that. This is just about beginning the dialogue and getting the initial lead, the initial interest. It doesn't die there, though. Obviously, a lot of follow-up is involved as you want to get the absolute maximum results out of this. So again, you get the templates for that inside the Recruitment Marketing Academy. So you just go to drewcoaching.com/RMA, take it for a 30-day free test drive. All you have to do is pay £12 shipping and handling for us to send these gifts to you. If you've already joined, everything that we're promising here is downloadable inside the members area, so you can get that instantly, and everything else will be with you shortly. It's on the post as we speak.
Yeah, so people like Michaela and Mark who say a lot of the stuff is already in the membership side, and again, I can communicate with you directly and show you exactly where to go and get some of the stuff that's already on there. Also, within the Recruitment Marketing Academy membership, you get a 12-page monthly newsletter that, as Drew said, that's delivered to your door. This will land with a third on your doorstep and contain some of the best kept secrets for attracting more clients and candidates and increasing your sales. In the Academy, you also get a 1-hour live coaching call with me once a month. This is on the 4th Tuesday of every month. Now, during these calls, I'm going to give you the best proven strategies for some of the world's leading recruitment and search firms that are using right now to grow their business. So you can literally copy what they're doing. You also get access to what we call the Academy Discussion Forum. This is where we'll be bouncing ideas off me and our fellow members as well. And I don't normally do this, but we do it in the Academy where we'll critique your letters. So look, if you're thinking of sending out an email or a letter anytime soon and you're a member of the Academy, share it with me and we'll critique it and we'll share with you how to improve the performance. There's a real simple formula that you can follow to improve the performance. If you've got a website, you're not generating leads from it, let me know and we'll look at it, we'll critique it, and we'll share with you exactly what you can do to generate leads on your website. And I kind of touched on this before. It's a real, it always grieves me that when I hear about recruiters not generating any leads from your website, because some of your competitors are generating 40, 50. We've got one client in London in the investment sector, investment banking. He's generating 60 to 80 leads a month just from his website. And what would that mean to you if you're only to generate half that number? But it's not your fault. You've never been shown how to do this. So we'll show you exactly what to do so you can generate leads from your website. Sue, I will show you. Sue says she can't find the templates. I will show you. Sue, I'll tell you what. Let me think. Sue, let me give you. Tell you what, Sue, if you can give me your surname, and then let me get back to you. I don't know who you are at the moment, Sue, so I can't. It's difficult to communicate with you. If you give me your surname, and I'll find you, and I'll get back to you, and I'll send you a message as to how to get the templates. To answer your question, Sue. And the same with you, Sarah, with your password. Again, I need your surname so I can find you in the system and email you. Michael said, as a new member, do you actually receive the physical material or just the download, or just the download capabilities? The answer is you receive both, actually, Michael. I hope that answers your question. If you go here, and thank you to the people that have already joined us. That's fantastic. But if you go here, in fact, Drew, what we're going to do, if this is okay with you, buddy, because I've got to shoot off shortly. 3 more minutes. I've really got to go, Drew. So we're going to have to close this down in about 3 or 4 minutes, if that's okay with you, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So excellent. So, sorry, Drew. Can you just go through again some of the free stuff that we'll be getting?
Yeah. So you're getting the LinkedIn Lead Rush paperback book sent to you in a post. You're also getting the LinkedIn Lead Rush audio recording and the LinkedIn Mastery video training as well. Again, those two are downloadable inside the Recruitment Marketing Academy members area. You're going to get, again, these are all going to be sent out to you in post, Essential Internet Marketing 2.0. So again, it helps you take not just LinkedIn, but all of your internet marketing to the next level. You're going to get 7-figure recruitment and search firm secrets. Again, these all sent out to you in a post. You can get market domination and premium pricing for recruitment and search firm owners, and the ultimate client tracking system for recruitment and search firm owners. Again, you're getting all those sent to you in a post. You just need to cover shipping and handling. It is £12 for delivery anywhere in the world. Just go to drewcoaching.com/RMA. That's drewcoaching.com/RMA. Again, if you're already a member, all this is already available inside the Academy members area. If you're unsure where it is, just drop us an email and we'll point you in the right direction. But for anyone that isn't a member yet, it's drewcoaching.com/RMA.
And Bob, yeah, there are numerous templates in the LinkedIn Lead Rush book. Just looking for I had a copy here somewhere. Can't find it now. Oh, here it is. Yeah. So here's a book that we'll be sending to you. We'll send that to you in the post. Yeah, and in each chapter here, if you can just, I don't know if you can see that. There's a link there that you then go to get the templates. So yeah, look, one more minute, and then we're going to show. Thanks for all the feedback. If you just go here to drewcoaching.com RMA and join us and get the free gifts. And the newsletter, Drew, when's the newsletter going out?
Shortly.
Shortly, yeah. Not at all, Cooper. Glad you enjoyed it. Drew, thank you ever so much indeed. Really appreciated that. Really appreciated your input.
Okay.
And insight. And thank you very much indeed. Mark, if you give me your surname, I'll get back to you on that. I can't answer it right now because I don't know who you are. But if you give me yours, Stacey, that was a pleasure. Thank you very much indeed. Drew, again, thank you very much indeed, Drew. This is Terry Edwards. Take care, take action, and be relentless.
Okay.